everyone, it's Amanda here with your 2017 RuneScope. I wanted to take a moment, first of all, to thank all of my subscribers. Those of you who, also those of you who like, share, comment on my videos. Thank you so much for your support. And especially want to give a shout out to anyone who has ever gotten a private session, a private reading from me. Thank you so much for watching and for trusting me to read for you. A special shout out to my regulars. You know who you are. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. This is the yearly overview for all of 2017. I post one for each astrological sign, but I also post monthly videos, monthly RuneScopes for each sign. So if you are new to my channel, definitely click the subscribe button here in the video or below the video, and that will ensure that you get updates whenever I upload the new videos, the monthly videos. Those of you who are already subscribed, you may want to double check and just make sure you are still subscribed. I've heard that Google's going through and unsubscribing accounts that they consider inactive. I don't really know what that means, and I don't really know what it takes to be considered inactive, but definitely make sure that you are still subscribed so that you're getting my updates and not missing any videos. Now, those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, have been following me for a while, you know that this video, the yearly overview, normally replaces the January RuneScope. I don't normally do a January RuneScope. However, this year I have done a January scope. They're available over on my Vimeo On Demand page. You can just click or tap show more beneath the video and follow the link over there, and that's available there. And it's the January RuneScope plus the spiritual guidance card all in one. So you get both. I had a lot of requests for that last year, so I decided to go ahead and do that. Of course, your Career 2017 RuneScope is also over there. If you want to take a look at specifically career, finance, money, all of that good stuff, and what's going to be going on for your particular astrological sign in that area, those are available over there as well. Your love scope for 2017, your love RuneScope, will be coming up in time for Valentine's Day. I should get those posted at the end of January, around the same time I post the February RuneScopes here on YouTube. So those are coming. So I also, those of you that are interested in learning about the runes, I do offer an online rune class a few times a year, kind of just based on demand. If you would like more information about that, just drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. You'll find that here in the video and below the video. For your 2017 RuneScope, I will be using, in conjunction with the runes, the Medieval Scapini deck. It's a beautiful deck. A classic deck. It's by Luigi Scapini, and named for him. We're gonna do the first 6 months with one or the other, the runes or the tarot. They're gonna kind of let me know, you know, which order they want to do it for each sign. But so we'll do half the year with the runes, half the year with the tarot, and see what's coming up for you. So let's dive in to 2017. Welcome to 2017, Sag. Let's jump in. The runes wanted to go first with you. So the runes are going to cover January through June of 2017, and then we'll jump to the tarot for July through December 2017. So let's get these runes cast and see what the first 6 months will hold for my Saggies. January through June 2017 for Sagittarius. What is in store? Now, as always, Sag, do keep in mind these are general readings, so that means not all of these messages will apply to you. Some will be for other Sagittarians that are watching. If you would like a private session where we can get a lot more specific with the energies and things that will be going on for you in 2017, just drop me a line at my email address. It's here in the video or below the video if you want to set up an appointment. And we can take a look at 2017 for you specifically. Now's a great time to get a private reading, because we can narrow down these energies that come up in the general readings. Let's see what we've got for Sag. Challenge or focus? Okay, first part of the year, challenge or focus. Well, there may be an energy of people interfering in your business. People who, you know, this can be coworkers, this can be family, this can be acquaintances, friends, anyone that you're not sharing intentionally your private business with. We got Fehu here though. So I feel like for many of you, this may be on the job, like people kind of trying to get into your personal business, or, you know, find out who you're dating or what's going on in your personal life. There's an element here of that. So maybe some gossip going on. You may feel opposed by people at work the first part of the year, or you may just feel like it's an oppressive work environment. Like maybe it's very structured and rigid and you're tired of it. You know, some of you may feel kind of like specifically that you don't have enough freedom to come and go, that you don't have enough vacation time, you're not able to travel enough. I'm just feeling like you feel confined in some way. Now, this does not have to be at work for all of you. For some of you, this could be in a relationship. You feel boxed in, you feel oppressed, like you're being, you know, I'm just getting this feeling, I can't move. And for many of you, this could have something to do with a manipulative female energy. This could be somebody who is controlling, and they don't come off that way. These people are normally very charming, especially when you first meet them. Otherwise, they'd never get anybody to fall for their stuff, right? But yeah, they're normally very charming, very, you know, fun to be around, come off as a lively personality. They come off when you first meet them as someone who's only going to add to your life or be a help to your life. And then you find out as you get to know them, the deeper in you get, the more problems start to arise. So I don't feel like for many of you, this is new energy. This is something that's been going on a while. This feeling. So I feel like whatever this is, it's your challenge or focus to break free from this, to find a new job, to get out of this relationship. That first part of the year, that's your focus and your challenge, maybe one and the same. You may be kind of like, well, I do want a new job. I hate this job, but maybe you're not finding anything available in your field, or maybe you want to leave a relationship, but you feel like you can't, you know, and that's part of, again, that's part of an abusive dynamic, is that they kind of take your power away, make you feel powerless. Just know that's an illusion, Sag. We all have our own personal power and no one can take that away from us. They can make you feel that way though. And I feel like that's what's happened. You've been kind of beaten into submission somewhere. And I just get you feeling at the first part of the year in 2017, like, I don't want to take this anymore. There's this restrictive energy, and you do have Saturn in your sign. You're on the last stretch. It's the home stretch, Sagittarius. Saturn's going to be moving on in December. And that's going to be maybe the best birthday present you've ever had. In December of 2017, when Saturn finally moves out of your sign. That time you'll also be rewarded. I expect to see some better things going on over here for the as we head towards the end of the year. But yeah, anyone who's making you feel boxed in, like you're less than, taking away your power, making you feel like you are inferior to them, or like your situation is inferior, don't buy what they're selling, Sag. And I think that is, like, you don't buy it, you're starting to reject it, or you're starting to reject that this is all you can achieve if it's a work environment. Or you're rejecting these people if this is like a group. For some of you, this may be in-laws. And you're like, God, these people are a nightmare. I'm rejecting this whole thing. I'm not going to any more family things of your family. That may not go over so well. But I mean, it's just like, yeah, this negative energy that weighs you down and it makes you feel confined and just miserable. The good news is you can change that if you work at it the first part of the year here, Sag. You don't have to stay in this environment. Now, as we move into the new year, January, December into January, you do have Fehu here. So that indicates there could be a new gig, a new job offer right out of the gate in 2017, or something new that you are a new partnership. For some of you, a new relationship. Maybe that's what all of the gossip is about, or people interfering in your business. Maybe it's like you're still with one person, or you're not totally divorced, but you're already seeing someone else. Maybe that's what's going on. Or maybe that's happened to you, Sagittarius. Maybe you are still married to someone who is now seeing someone else, and everybody's gossiping about it or talking about it, chit-chatting about it. Maybe on social media and stuff like that. And just talking about things they have no business talking about. Or maybe even asking you about things they have no business asking you about. Or giving you information about your soon-to-be ex, or someone that you are done with, or someone that wronged you, and you don't want to hear about it. And you're just like, so your challenge may be to shut that down. You may have to cut off from any, these people, because honestly, anybody kind of rubbing that in your face or giving you news that's only going to serve to kind of hurt you, I mean, those aren't friends. So you're better off without that whole group. And either finding new people or being on your own for a while. And fire signs are such social signs generally. You can have a problem being on your own. Some of you may feel like, oh, it's better to be with anybody than to be alone. And, so that may be the challenge of this. It's like, oh yeah, I really don't like these people. They're really, I don't want to hear any news about this person, but if I break off from them, who am I going to have, So, but don't let that stop you. Sagittarius, honestly, it may be the best thing for some of you to be on your own for a little while. If all you've got is negative people, you are better off alone. You're better off on your own, because then at least you're only dealing with your own stuff. You don't have to deal with anything being directed at you, or hearing about someone else who is who's wronged you, taken advantage of you in some way. Now, the help that's going to be available to you this first part of the year is whatever situation you go into 2017 as it's bad, like you want to change it. If you stay Sag, it's only gonna get worse, and this is to get you out of it. They're kind of like, and some of you may have already left it. I feel like some of you have. You're starting off the new year like, I already left that job. I'm just waiting to hear back or go on interviews. You've already taken steps to do that. And those of you that are taking steps in January, like, okay, January, I'm gonna put my nose to the grindstone, I'm gonna hit the pavement, I'm gonna find a new job. Or I'm gonna find a new partner. I'm gonna find somebody new to be in a relationship with. Or I'm gonna start my own business. I'm gonna partner up with someone new and run my own business. I'm gonna get rid of this business partner and bring in a new one. Whatever your goal is, for newness, for regeneration, new money, new relationship, new partnership, new contracts. As long as you are putting effort into it in January, you're going to start seeing the results really quickly, and any situations that are going on won't get worse. If you stay in a situation that has gone from bad to worse and back to bad, it's only going to keep going down. I feel like many of you, again, with Tear in reverse, you may just feel powerless. You're disappointed, you're not happy with the way things are, but you feel powerless for some reason to change it. And that's an illusion, Sag, whatever the situation is. That is a complete illusion. So don't buy into that. What do they say? Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Whoever's feeding you that, or whoever is trying to make you feel that way, you can always change your circumstances, and you're supposed to, or this energy wouldn't be coming up this way. So yeah, if you are taking steps early on, which I feel like many of you are, because I'm seeing many of you right out of the gate, you're getting a new job, there's a job offer on the table, there's a raise, there's an increase, there's a new opportunity to partner up with someone in business or romantically. Some of you may be interested in someone else at work, because Fehu is here. But, you know, maybe you're in this relationship that's, you know, again, making you feel trapped and unhappy. And you're like, oh, I would really like to be with this new person, but I don't know how to leave this other relationship. Now, if you're cross-watching and your husband is a Sag or whatever, please understand this does not apply to everybody. Not every Sagittarius in the world is looking to leave a relationship. Some, in fact, a lot of them are looking to leave an oppressive job situation. Or a situation where they're made to feel less than. Or a group or a friend group that's really not friends. So don't freak out if you're cross-watching. But these messages are mainly meant when I make these videos for the sign I'm talking to. So these messages are meant for Sagittarius, first and foremost. These are from your perspective, not people who are watching because they're trying to spy on their Sages in their lives. So just keep that in mind. If you're cross-watching any sign, you're probably going to hear stuff that don't make you happy because it's not for you. These messages are for Sagittarius. But yeah, many of you may just be like, I really want to be with this person, and I don't want to be with this person anymore, but I have to get up the courage to do this. Now, Fehu here is indicating that if you can just get up the courage to change your circumstances or to admit to someone, hey, I want to be with you. I think Aries got a similar message. Then you will get a go ahead. Like this person will be like, hey, I like you too. You know, get out of that other relationship and we'll talk. You have somewhere to go. Maybe that's, for many of you, maybe that's what's intensifying your feeling caged or feeling boxed in, is that, okay, finally this other opportunity is here for a new relationship or a new job. And it's like, why did I stay in that situation for so long? Because what must be accepted? We have Dag. So this is enlightenment. It is a new day, the dawn of a new day, a new beginning, gradual changes this first 6 months. So many of you may be taking baby steps, but again, as long as you are taking initiative, as long as you're looking, sending out resumes, you know, working on that website. I feel like this can also be starting your new business, but I feel like for many of you, it will be partnering up with someone. You'll be collaborating, working together to get something going. So there may be a business partnership in the offing. For many of you, this may be a creative business, or some of you may be staying at the oppressive work environment and doing this on the side. But if you're doing that, I mean, really, really be willing to put a lot of work into it so it gets off the ground quickly, because you need to get out of whatever this situation is as soon as possible. You need to get out of this oppressive situation as soon as you can. And I'm seeing that if you just work on it, put the effort in to change your circumstances, you're going to start seeing, oh, things are starting to happen. New beginnings are afoot. Now, Bjork is here at the end of the 6-month period. So Bjork is the mother rune. So this could be a mother figure, a mother-in-law, your mother, a grandmother, an older sister, female members of the family. If you are a mother, it could be just talking about motherhood, you putting your effort into that, you focusing on being a good mom, on, you know, nurturing and all of that stuff. But it can also mean new beginnings, the birth of something, the birth of an idea, the birth of a new business, the birth of a new relationship. Weird is here though, indicating that there's a hand of fate involved here. So this new beginning is happening. For many of you, it may be that you're giving birth this first part of the year, becoming a new mom, and this is going to change your life, but it's supposed to happen. We've got the blank rune. It's supposed to happen. And you're going to be a fantastic mom. Those of you that are our new moms. And those of you that are guys, your partner is going to be a good mom, or maybe your mother is going to take an active role in nurturing this child. This can also be a new beginning with your relationship with your mom. You know, and all of our relationships with our parents are karmic. Souls will, based on the lessons you're coming here to learn, you will choose your parents based on what they're going to teach you. And, you know, if you're here to focus on other things, your parents may be great. Maybe you're not here to focus on relationships so much. Maybe you're here to focus on other things. So, yeah, you may be kind of looking, there may be a new beginning with your relationship with your mom. And how that's going to turn out with weird is that, you know, it's going to turn out the way it's supposed to turn out, the way it's always been supposed to be. So, you know, it's already been written how that relationship is supposed to pan out, either with your own mom or grandma, whoever you see as your mother, or with you as a mom. Like that was supposed to happen. No matter how unexpected a pregnancy may have been, you were supposed to be in that role. It's one of the things you were supposed to take on while you're here. If you don't want kids, you know, but I feel like because this is the first 6 months, many of you are already going to know if you're going to have kids before you watch this video. So we're going to move into the second part of the year, but first I've got to change the batteries here. So I'm going to stop the video here for a second, and we'll move into the second half of 2017. And we're back. Jazz hands. Anyway, I wanted to go back to this before I move on to the second part of the year here, Sag. If this is a new creative project, a new business, any new venture that you are starting, first part of 2017, this is also faded. So whoever you're partnering up with, or whatever this idea is, whatever this venture is, you're supposed to do this. So this would be something that you are more passionate about. You feel like, you know, if it's a new job, it would be one where you're able to, you feel, use more of your specific gifts. It's not just like a humdrum 9 to 5. I feel like most of you have already been doing that. So it's like, I'm not going to do, somebody's working in a bakery, and that just came out of nowhere. Someone is getting a job at and learning how to make all of these beautiful pastries and things. And I feel like, yeah, it's like Parisian. Either you're in Paris or you're going to Paris to learn this. Or, yeah, it's like an apprenticeship, and you love it. Again, you're supposed to be doing this. So that's going to be a specific message for someone. Or maybe you're just learning how to make, you know, French pastries. There's some French cooking going on. It doesn't have to be baking, but I did see someone like using the, I don't even know what it's called, to put the icing on, the little squeeze thing. I used to know what that was called, but I can't, the word is gone. So yeah, you're decorating cakes, pastries, yummy stuff. Wedding cakes too may be part of this, because I'm seeing the little ridges, the pretty little borders on cakes, blue border. So, and you love it, whatever this is, and not all of you are going to be bakers or cooks or whatever, but that was a message I wanted to get out there for. So whoever's out there who ends up learning how to make French pastries, or you know, becomes a French chef, post up in the comments. I want to hear from you, or shoot me an email. Let me know that happened for you. Now, second part of the year, moving on, July through December 2017. Your focus, Sagittarius, well, our focus for the moment, we're all focusing on it. We've got 5 of Cups. So not the happiest card. 5 of Cups is referred to as the crying over spilled milk card. So there's been a loss, but there, you know, you've lost some things, or some of the cups have spilled, but there are 3 remaining. So, because when we're talking about people, for some of you, maybe it's like, okay, these people are out of my life, but I still have these people. Or, yeah, there could be, you know, you could not, there are some people that you may not realize are still there for you. And the second part of the year, that may become apparent. So I feel like, you know, don't feel like you're alone, Sag, because you're not. That in and of itself is an illusion. I feel like if you're feeling that way, you may be kind of feeding into the negativity of someone else, or your own negativity, your own low self-esteem issues. That's not the case. So whatever loss there has been, whatever you've had to say goodbye to, let go of, whether it's a relationship or a job or a group of people, you know, there are others waiting. There are still others around, and other opportunities, other cups that are, you know, that have been filled the whole time, you know. As you move into this mid part of the year, and again, remember, these are interchangeable. Some of this may have happened already, because it's kind of a similar energy. But a Six of Wands indicates you may feel like, you know, something failed. Something didn't work out the way, you know, there's a disappointment. It's kind of the same thing as this card. We set out to accomplish something and it didn't work. You know, I really wanted to move up at this job. I really wanted to get a promotion or a raise. I really wanted to stay here for a long period of time, but it just didn't work out. I really wanted to stay in this relationship and make it work, but I just, you know, it didn't work out. So you know, you may feel like you failed in some way, but remember, we learn from our mistakes. We learn from things that we see as failures are usually our biggest teachers. And, you know, again, that heavy energy of Saturn, it's restriction. It is loss. Saturn is a lone wolf, not a real social sign. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that Sagittarians may be encountering a lot of fluctuations in relationships and upheavals around relationships, because Saturn will get rid of any negative influences in your life. Saturn would rather you, again, be alone than be with the wrong people or be influenced by people that are holding you back. It's actually working for you, but yeah, you won't see that probably until next year. You know, I would expect your 2018 reading to be pretty magnificent, Sagittarius, I have to tell you, because once Saturn moves on, it's going to feel like a whole new life for you, but you are laying the foundations for this. Before you can have that life, you've got to get rid of all this, anything on a shaky foundation has got to go. Anything that's not meant to be, not fated, has got to go. Now, whatever this idea is, this new venture, this new business that you may be working on. So that time it was the memory card was full. I'm recording these well ahead of Mercury retrograde, but he's already messing with me, I feel, at least in your video, Sagittarius. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Whatever this new idea or new business is, if that's what Bjork was symbolizing here, the birth of an idea, the birth of a business, the birth of a creative project, that is fated. It's supposed to happen as well. So whatever's failing, whatever doesn't work out, whatever loss, whatever you have to leave behind in order to move in this new direction, it's all supposed to happen. So don't hold on to things or people or situations, jobs that are no longer serving you, Sag. The sooner you can extricate yourselves from those in 2017, the better off your year is going to be. Now, the help that's going to be available to you in the second part of the year, we do have King of Swords. So this could be a person of the air sign persuasion, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And this is, you know, it doesn't have to be a male. Again, in these general readings, don't let the gender throw you. It could just as easily be a female. But this is somebody who's able to see to the truth of a situation. They cut through all the extraneous BS, if you will, and give you a straight answer, give you a clear direction. This could be someone that you know who is very knowledgeable, very wise, probably very analytical, but maybe not too touchy-feely. not too, you know, coddling kind of energy. He is very, King of Swords he can be a little bit intimidating, but you'll know, you'll get the truth from him. Maybe pretty bluntly, but at least you'll know kind of what his opinion is. And this could be somebody who's giving you advice. It could be a consultant. He could be a lawyer. The Swords people are often lawyers because they are such good communicators. They deal in truth, and communication is a big part of who they are, expressing themselves verbally. And through writing as well. But yeah, this could be somebody whose advice you're seeking, you're consulting with them. It could be a financial advisor. You're going to get his advice on how to start a business, incorporate. He could be a tax attorney. He could be a lawyer helping you get this divorce or get away from whatever this situation is. Those of you that are leaving a job. For some of you, maybe this is your new boss. You know, this is the person who hires you onto this new gig, this new job. And you will find this, you will not find this an oppressive energy. Air signs have a lighter energy than I think what you're coming from. So, you know, if you want their opinion, then you'll get it. They will give straightforward instructions. Their expectations will be very clear. There won't be any kind of muddled, you know, foggy information or instructions with them. They're straight shooters. And I feel like that's what you need, Sagittarius. You need someone to say, hey, this is the way it is. And, but for many of you, because this person's coming up as a help to you, it's not just like how they see it. It's like air signs deal in reality. Again, they're very analytical. They see things the way that they are. They don't get caught up too much in, emotions. Again, they're able to detach from that, and that's what can often mislead us. So if you need clear, concise advice or recommendations from someone, then this King of Swords energy is the person that you need in your life. For some of you, this could be this person that you are wanting to partner up with, either in a business or a romantic sense. So it could be air sign, sun, or rising. And this person's going to be very beneficial to you, either by their support, just being there for you, helping you along, or through the advice and the help that they're giving you in a very tangible way. What must be accepted about the second part of the year? We got Seven of Wands. So this is a card about defending yourself, defending your actions, defending your choices. You may feel defensive. You may feel like someone's putting you on the defensive. And the thing about the Seven of Wands is you feel like you have a defense. Like you know, if someone attacks you, you're gonna, you know, defend your honor, so to speak. Now this doesn't just have to be you. You could be defending an idea. You could be defending a cause. You could be defending something that you believe in, defending this business, this new venture, this idea. But often this is defending your behavior in some way. And the thing about the Seven of Wands is whoever's doing the defending is on the higher ground. So it's like there's all these low beings. So this could go back to just defending yourself from any slings and arrows that are being thrown at you from the situation you extricated yourself, hopefully, from in the beginning of the year, and now kind of dealing with accusations and just, you know, silly things, petty things, petty people. So, I mean, you may feel the need to do this, Sagittarius, but with this card also, you may want to consider, is it even worth my time to defend? I mean, I don't really care what they think. What does what those low beings think matter in the scheme of things? So, I feel like this is still going back to this group of people, maybe these coworkers or in-laws or whoever this is that's, you know, you were trying to get away from at the beginning of the year. Now, the end of the year, we've got Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is a card about, you know, you're content, you have everything you need and want, but you may be a little bit bored. So by the end of 2017, you may just be like, okay, well, and it may just be a change from this kind of roller coaster you were on, whatever this emotional roller coaster was at the beginning of the year. And now you've kind of like overcome all of that. You've defended yourself against all of that. And you're like, now what? I've shut all that down. I've, told people to buzz off that were no good. I've left situations that were bad. And now I'm kind of, things are kind of boring. This is just a temporary energy. 4s are about stability. Also Sagittarius. So I think you're going to find yourself at a place of emotional stability, getting over this, whatever this loss was, getting over these things you have to let go, whatever you felt like was a failure, but really wasn't. Again, that's just your perception from being stuck here on the earth plane. Emotional stability is going to be a pretty good place to be back to. Because I feel like for many of you, you haven't been there in a while because maybe you were always kind of subjected to someone else's emotional instability, or they were trying to put you in that energy and take you on that ride. And finally, that now that you may be away from it or taking a break from it, you are like, wow, I forgot how nice it is to just be here alone and not have to deal with someone else's emotional vomit or verbal vomit or abuse. Because again, I mean, some of you, I feel like you were really, really oppressed. If you weren't in an abusive relationship, it felt that way, even on the job. So now this new job could be like, this is so easy for me. I mean, so I think contentment with the way your life is heading at the end of 2017 is going to be a nice place to be after, some of the stuff you're going to be overcoming. And this is when, that Saturn moves out and you're like, oh, I think you're going to look back on this Saturn phase, which has been the last 2.5 years by the time we get to the end of 2017, Sagittarius, and think, oh my gosh, I don't know how I came through that. I really don't know how I did that. And I survived it. And I really don't, I think you're going to feel really strong. Definitely emotionally stronger than you were before. Before the Saturn phase, and even at the beginning of 2017, you're going to feel like, oh, I'm back to, for some of you, I feel like this is maybe being content with yourself and, building that self-esteem back up after having it torn down, or, some of you, this person may be a therapist, this swords person. You may, and so if you need that, if you feel like, gosh, I got to work on some things. I don't know if I can do this on my own. Go see someone, talk to someone, see what they advise, because I think that this is going to, very quickly, they're going to kind of get you back to a place where you are, replenishing these cups that got spilled or made you feel like they were spilled. Maybe they weren't even spilled at all. It was just an illusion. It was that someone else was projecting on you or wanting you to feel that way. So Sagittarius, I think you end the year in a better place. Again, just don't hang on to situations that are not working and that are only causing you harm, particularly emotionally. Yes, it may be hard to walk away from that, but it's not going to be as hard as if you stay in that, because then the universe is going to step in and make it even worse, because they're just going to keep making it worse and worse and worse until you get out. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, it may feel like a failure, but it's not. That's actually winning. That's actually a victory for you, whatever this oppressive energy is. So don't stay in that. It's not healthy. And it's not going to last, again, because Saturn's going to, whatever's still there when Saturn's getting ready to leave, if it's not supposed to be there, Saturn will strip that away. So it's easier if you do it on your own. Good luck with 2017, Sagittarius. I know it was kind of a heavy reading, but, I Again, these are just energies that'll weave in and out throughout the year. Definitely check your rising sign to get more information in other areas of life that may be more positive, hopefully will be more positive for you. Good luck with 2017, and I'll see you back here next month.